Hi, it's Living the Good Life with another estate sale, garage sale, and thrift store finds video for Friday, September 22nd. Had to look at the calendar there. I went to the Thrift Clearance Center, and let me show you what I got there. As you know, on Thursdays everything is $1, but they were having a sale that any cups, bowls, plates, etc. were 4 for $1. So I got this little item, and it is small. I thought it was really cute. Kind of an interesting design. It turns out it's Avon, so that was 25 cents. I also got this cup. It had an inscription to like Patty Lou or something like that, 1971, so I thought I'll take a chance on it. It was completely black and I could not see any marks on it, but it turns out that it says community there on the bottom, so that is plate. And in fact, the estate sale I went back to today on Sunday had one almost exactly like it. I mean, actually it was exactly like it, but it was inscribed for the 1950s. So they've obviously been putting those out probably as baby cups for a very long time. That was 25 cents. So to go ahead and round out, because you had to buy 4 to get that deal, I went ahead and bought these 2 Corelle that my mom uses this pattern, so we'll just give her a couple of extra bowls. So that was $1. Then I found these. This is going to be the very first time I've ever featured Meissen on my channel. Meissen is a German porcelain factory that was started in the mid-1700s. They were the first company to figure out how to make porcelain outside of China. China had the monopoly on it, and they were exporting a lot of porcelain products at a very high price to Europe, the Middle East, other places, and nobody knew the formula. But finally, Meissen and Augustus Rex, the king at that time, they figured it out. Here is the mark. This is the mark, the crossed swords. A lot of people have copied this mark over the years, so you have to be very careful if you're going to start spending any kind of money on Meissen without knowing what you're doing. I don't know a whole lot, but since these were $1 a piece, and I could tell by the quality of the painting that this was superior, I thought I would take a chance on it. So I'm going to put it down so you can have a look. There's the back. So it's a little boy and a little girl. And at first I thought, what's he got a cat on his back? But this is a lamb, and the lamb is missing an ear. And I think that's the only problem that he has. But look at the base is rococo, so it's very free-flowing. Very nice there. This is also has some impressed marks, F19. They have a whole series, and in fact if you look online, there's F series, E series, all that type of thing. It took me a while to try to find anything like this, but here is the girl, and she has more problems. Her chapeau has quite a problem. There's a chip there and a chip in the back, and I think there's a couple of chips, like one right here on this grape wreath that she has. So she is gathering grapes. But if you look at the quality of the painting, nobody paints like this in this century. So these are 19th century. This mark is from 1815 to 1924, and based on what I'm seeing of comparable pieces, I say this is 19th century versus 20th century, but I could be wrong. Maybe if we have a Meissen expert, you can chime in. But and there's a couple of more little nicks right there. But for $1 a piece, this is the very first set of Meissen figurines that I'm going to put in my collection. Then I did get one skein of yarn. It's in this deep violet. It was $1 as well. It's off to the sister-in-law. Went to a separate estate sale. I'm passing over a few things to save them for last. And I got this really fun pepper shaker. It's not marked. The cork is rolling around inside there. From the way it looks and the lettering, I would assume 1930s or 40s. This was 99 cents plus tax, so $1.07. I also went to a garage sale. There was a garage sale listed that had photos on Craigslist, and I saw several pieces of Pyrex, but I had all these other estates, you know, a church rummage sale and some other places to go to, so I was getting there very late. I saw this sign on my way. I zipped in. There was this one piece of Pyrex Early American. I got it for $4. It's the divided dish with the brown. So that is that one. I also stopped at another estate sale probably at 1 o'clock after the day that they opened, and I got this Buckingham Palace tea towel. I don't know if I've mentioned, I am a huge Anglophile, a huge royal watcher, so when I was in England this last time, I went into the Buckingham Palace gift shop right off the Queen's Art Gallery, and I bought one of these towels exactly like this, but I think it was £8, which was over $10. Now I have one that I paid $2 for, got a discount off of 3, and now I can use it. The last thing I got was some RS Prussia at an estate sale. This was down in a very expensive part of my city, and I looked up the house on Zillow, and even without being remodeled, it was $1.06 million, so very expensive. They were very erratic in their pricing. I mean, this RS Prussia cake plate with the yellow roses, it's very simple. It's probably from about 1915 to 1925. It is was $15, but there were other cake plates that were, you know, $65, $75, and I could not understand their pricing rationale at all. This is an RS Prussia mustard pot. So if it has the little slot here, that's a mustard pot. It does have a spoon in there. I'm not sure if that's original or not. This is a mixed bouquet of old roses. It has the mark on the bottom. And there are fake marks out there, so you kind of have to study before you start spending very much money on it. This one was $40, and I went ahead and bought it on the first day. I went back today when everything was supposed to be 50% off. Several things that I was keeping my eye on, but I started looking at them very closely, and there were chips, there were cracks. I just said goodbye, bought some sterling, and went. This is a brand new item that I'm adding to my collection. I have never had an RS Prussia gravy boat. They are somewhat a rare form. This one is not marked at all. It was $30. I went ahead and bought it because I couldn't find any chips or cracks. It has a very free-flowing handle. It has embossed flowers along the edge. This is from about 1895 to 1905 in date. And I am excited to go ahead and have a sauce boat in my collection now. I hope you enjoyed all of the finds. I am going to go ahead and film a sterling and jewelry, show next. And I would love to hear comments from you. If you like this type of thing, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks.